Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. It's Leo speaking. Today we are going to have a look at how you can modulate parameters of an AUv3 instance or instrument hosted inside a miRack. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, we are inside a miRack. We go to the menu here. We just click New from Template and we choose Generator. Next, we double click on the UI on the canvas. We select AUv3 hosting and we choose the first one, the simple one. Now we click here where it says no AU. We go to instrument and we choose an instrument that we would like to use. So let's go for Bliss Megalith, a fantastic synth. Let's connect the output of the AUv3 instance to the audio output here so that we can hear some audio. And then let's double click again and bring in under Essential a 12 key. So double click, there it is, and we connect the CV. Make the proper connection for CV and gate so that we send CV messages for notes and gate when the event needs to happen. So if we press here on the 12 key, so we start to hear, of course, sounds coming from Bliss Megalith, which is this hypersaw. So let's choose a different instrument. So why not? Let's go for lead perhaps. And let's find, why not, this distorted lead. Okay, let's go to perhaps general, and we just decrease a little bit the volume. Okay, we go to oscillator now. As you can see, you have two oscillators as per Megalith, and what we want to do is change the wavetable position here and perhaps the folding as well. As you can see, there is already some modulation here on oscillator number 2. So let me show you some modulation here on oscillator number 1 so you know how it sounds like. So that is how it would sound like if you had a modulation on it. So let's click Done. And we are going to double click again on the canvas and we're going to Essential. We're going to bring in an LFO. So double click on it to actually generate that variability data modulation. Now, in order to configure that, what we need to do, we need to click on the button here where it says configure. And then you can see you have these blue rectangles around all these different inputs. So you click on one of them and then it gives you option to select none. A Midi assignment or a parameter assignment. So we go into parameter assignment, and this is where you see the exposed parameters from that AUv3 instance. So let's find oscillator 1, and there it is, wavetable position. We select that, and then we click again on configure to effectively come out from the edit mode. As you can see on top of this input, we have oscillator 1 wavetable position. Now we can take the output from the LFO and connect it to this input. And if we go back inside the Megalith, you see now here, you have modulation happening on oscillator number 1 against the wavetable position. Of course, you can make further adjustment, right? So you can increase the offset here as well. So let's go back. You can see it's going up and down up to the top now. Okay, perfect. And of course you can use the 12 key here. Can change the frequency of the LFO. Or change the output, for example, square. Which is different, of course. And you can see up here, up and down, because two values as per square waveform. Now let's change also the wave folding position, which I should have showed you is down here. Okay. Again, how do we do that? Well, you can use, for example, another output here from the LFO or bring in another LFO. But before we do that, we need to change the configuration here on the AUv3 host. So we pick another input, we go to parameters, and then we search for that oscillator 1 wavetable fold. Okay, we exited the edit mode, and let's take, for example, here, connect this triangle waveform onto this input, and we should have now here modulation as well on the way table fold. And of course, the beauty of modular is that we could bring in other LFOs. So double click on LFO, we go to manage, duplicate, and here we have another LFO, which of course we can drag here, and then we can take the output, for example, here, and use these in terms of this input. We disconnect this one first, okay, like so. Perfect. So, and now we have two independent LFOs changing, of course, modulation for a wavetable, folding here position and the position of the wavetable itself. And the beauty of doing it with two independent LFOs is that you can have different frequency, different rate. And of course, you can continue like that. You can expose other parameters, and not only parameters which are related to the AUv3, but also Midi parameters. And you can see additional gate. You can actually move the gate from this one to this one, like so. Or you can actually go under a poly here. You can have additional gate 2, VOC2, 3, 4, etc., etc. So this is how you modulate parameters against an AUv3 hosted inside miRack. I hope you enjoyed the short tutorial, and as always, see you next time. Bye.